This BARD player is notorious on EUS for being the most annoying player to be match made with. Plays BARD top. Now there was a support meta in the top lane with things like Janna a little bit ago, but it got heavily nerfed. This guy stuck around. He stuck out the hard times. He goes BARD top. He goes boots with a control ward and a health pot to start. And it is absolutely essential that you want to be the most annoying pest in the game when playing this pick. He hovers around about Grandmaster on the EUS server. Everyone hates playing with him, hates playing against him. The guy is just an absolute pest. Level 1, he's always playing with his team, his jungler. He's either playing with his jungler, setting something up, or going into the enemy jungle and just annoying them, slapping them around. You do not start in lane with this pick. As you can see, he helps out the blue buff, portals the whole, he just has stupid cheese shit like this that always works. He comes across, gonna try and slap the Karma, and he just pesters with the team. Because the enemy top laner just goes top and is trying to shove the wave in, right? So he does this setup, runs Treasure Hunter, gets a little bit of that extra gold, booyah, and now he'll move around a little bit. And once the wave eventually comes into the top lane, he'll either roam all the way up or TP back to the top lane to catch the wave. Gets his support item, upgrades his boots, moves around the map. I honestly think when Riot designed BARD, maybe this was what they had in mind for him. It's an annoying as hell champion. I ban it in solo queue. It's really sickening. He finds the graves. Here you go. Still level 1, mind you. Now we're running Unsealed Spellbook, and this is essentially just to get the most utility out of the kit. He used to run Smite top lane, but he found that it wasn't always essential. The Smite early could really cheese some players out. But with Unsealed, you can go Smite plus a bunch of other summoners that are situational for the game. So he finally makes his way into the top lane. He's going to get a little bit of XP. As Graves picks up the Jarvan. Are we able to help out at all? Can we help out? Are we able to do anything? As the sweeper comes across. He literally can't do... He's level 1, by the way. He's level 1. And this is why people are pissed playing with him. Because it looks so troll. We're finally level 2 here. It looks so troll. But if you play it in the top lane, you're kind of jack of all trades. I think that's what they planned with BARD, you know? You run around, you get your chimes, you get your XP, you help your team through portals, you set up little health trinkets. His identity is pretty cool. But playing against this type of style is absolutely annoying. You feel this enemy Sedge, I would honestly get a cult. Because you know you're going to out-farm him. I see he just gets solo killed by the Sedge. Let's just... I'm not going to cut the clip. We're going to keep on rolling. Because I just want to advocate how weak you are in lane. And how stupid of a pick this is that it can still work like this, right? We get the Ruby Crystal. It usually makes his way towards the Imperial Mandate to help his team set up a little bit of gold. A little bit of extra damage on their trade, sorry. And I remember there was a BARD top phenomenon. I remember Sanchovi's, Lolo. There was a lot of high-elo players doing it when the Janna top was a thing. And I think even LS was saying, you know, this pick is legitimate if people put the time in to learn how it can impact the map. But nobody really did it. This guy, Bardonet, he stuck around. He put the time in to learn how to really have high-impact games on this champion. And essentially, all it is about early coin flipping. And then perma-roaming with the jungle. That's all it is. See how long he wants to invest up into the top lane. We have a minute until we have the Unsealed Spellbook. I'm wondering what he's going to go. I'd probably go for an Ignite and look for a mid lane or a bot lane gank. See Sedge trying to work their way towards a couple of plates. You can't do much to stop this. So if you pick this BARD, even he tried to take it too aggressive of a trade early on. You need to play smart with how weak you are in the early game as a laner. Has his flash. Look at this utility. He'll try and stop a base as well. Sets the freeze up for the Cassio. Has the sweeper. Moves across. You're like a second support. BARD has less damage than enemy Karma here. And here you go. We've moved into the bot lane successfully. Trying to set up an E. Not going to be able to do it. He's just going to move through, slap the waves. And as I said, like, it looks like trolling, but this is his style. Twitch moves up for a freeze. Absolute idiot. Gets a nice little slap, a treasure hunter. And if you just roam around like this, it does work a lot of the time. People, like, this guy's trolling and they won't take you seriously. As we are 6 off this next wave, he could stick around, hit 6 and look for the R. Opts against it. Let's see what his game plan is here. He gets his Merc treads. And I don't even know if you want to go top lane. You can see him eyeing off top lane, and he's pretty much like, screw that. It's not going to net you the win by trying to answer in the waves from here. It's map pressure. Go, 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 go. Mid lane wave once again. And then maybe work his way. He's level 6 here. Maybe work our way towards the dragon. You can see his team spam pinging. Go top, go top. But BARD will just facilitate the dragon setup. And then they'll move across later, maybe even try and go for the Rift Herald setup, things like this. You can see enemy Twitch has spotted it. Nautilus pinging like he wants to find the enemy Victor. Only place... Okay, ease across. Doesn't hit, doesn't hit. And if the Sedge is smart, Sedge tries to roam and answer with her level lead here. She has the most gold in the game, but instead she goes top lane over and over. And this is what they do in lower elos. Ults the tower. Twitch is free to dive. Flashes, goes down. Jarvan. Okay, that Jarvan's trolling. Executes, not bad. And I wouldn't be surprised if he goes support item next. As he might have tried to look for the, Sedge coming through the TP here. Nautilus makes his way out. Flashes through. It's a terrible portal. I don't know where that was going. I think that should have went to the other way. But he goes down. And we're 20 CS to 90. Now the reason this support thing got really popular in the top lane when they're roaming is because, like, they build up these huge bounties, and one throw by the enemy team, you get the bounties and you just win the game. You're essentially juicing the bounties up because of the CS system. They tried to stop this, if you remember, with a couple of things they put in place, but it's definitely still a viable strategy, just not as broken as it once was. Puts the pink through. Wants to try and look for another gank. Comes through. Flashes. They get the slow. Nautilus gets the ult. Twitch dead again. And we are just living in the bot lane. Top lane tower went down, if you saw. We had the Rift Herald. And we got a little bit of gold in the bank here. We're going to head back. Gets the Kindle Gem. Gets the support item. There you go. The Spell Thieves. Get in there, son. And you're essentially going to give your team a one-person advantage at every single fight. Once again, your team is going to troll you, so please, they're going to flame you quite a lot. I don't know how this guy survives in EU West. Like, as I said, people, it's not enjoyable to verse him, and it's not enjoyable to have him on your team unless all of his little tiny stupid roams work out. As we will pick up a couple of CS here, I guess. I'll have to drop a tier 2. Stana snowballing good with the lead. Sedge looks for the mid lane gate. Cassio, good answer. Hits the ultimate onto the tower. Denies the Rift Herald Shard. And we have to be so careful here. Chris picks up bot. Level progression. Sedge is still max level. BARD slowly working his way up. Only 3 levels down. Only 3 levels down and getting some support gold here. Smacks that Shelly from behind. And the macro from here is actually really good. Top lane's open, you can roam around. That 10 to 20 minute mark is where Bard excels, I think. You're able to continuously make picks, and the laning phase is over. This is exactly what you want. There was never really a laning phase. Slap the Victor, ult comes through. Hopefully Cassio can land. Yeah, Victor's dead. There you go, baby. 110 gold. The Treasure Hunter is essential. And we'll move around, trying to help out a support. Provide vision eventually when we get the support item upgrade. We go into full tank, by the way. There's no point building damage on Bard. You go a tanky setup, you survive with cooldown reduction. Give a little bit of utility. Playing towards top. See if anyone's dumb enough to look. Finds the Sedge. I don't think you guys killed the Sedge, but... What? I don't know what we're doing here. I don't know what we're doing here. Let's chill out for a second. Trying to get Tristan. Oh, no, 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 no. Trying to get Tristana some plates. Sedge can't be slowed. Hook lands. Triss cleanse. Autos. Sedge is worth a bounty, remember, because of the CS. And Tristana eats the shutdown. That's what I'm talking about. Bard slaps through for a kill on the Karma. Trist. Absolutely massive. And that's the best thing. Best case scenario, when you're not CSing, when you're 100 CS down at 10 minutes, it's like they build this bounty up. Your carries eat the bounty. So you're diverting gold to them by not CSing to your carries, kind of, if they hit it. Now don't get it twisted. If they don't ever get killed, then you're screwed. But you need to eat those shutdowns. We finally have the Imperial Mandate, baby. And this is where his team's going to be doing a lot more damage to people that Bard attacks. We're going to start working our way towards the tank. I've seen him do things like the Randuins into Force of Nature. Just get some armor, get some magic resist. Bard can build whatever the hell he wants. Rapid fight, do whatever the hell you want from here, in my opinion. The Sedge is full armor. Cassio will shred her, but... Sedge goes in. There you go. Stun lands. Slap, slap, slap. Make our way out. Just being as goddamn annoying as possible.
Red team has slain the dragon.
It's unfortunate. Usually dragon... Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Pops the exhaust onto the graves. Portal over. This is it, baby. This is it. And just do this, guys. Group up with your team. 4k gold lead now. It's going to completely open the game up. Has the Stoppy available now as well. And because of Sedge getting caught a bunch of times here and Bard roaming around, he's going to catch up on XP and gold. TP's up to the top lane. And wants to try and set up towards the Herald.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
So pretty much the strategy. Queen flip level 1. Come back top lane, eat a couple of waves. Move across again. Queen flip again for Dragon. Queen flip for the Rift Herald. Move around the map. Provide utility and help team. Simple as that. This Cassio and Triss I think are too far. Come across here, Shelly. Come across, baby. Is that top lane? CS? Yeah, I would definitely try and get Triss there faster. There you go, Triss. Hits the base. Gets rid of that stopwatch. Of course, we are not going for the Hourglass. We get the Warden's Mount. Bard is such a sick champion, bro. Look at his little penguins that follow him around. Name another champion as cute as that. Looking at damage dealt. Bard is slowly making his way up. You got Tristana and Cassio at the top of the list. Now Bard's actually worth the bounty, which is a bit ridiculous considering he's 30 farm to 152. Slaps Karma, naught hits. Every single combo. And now he has the support item upgraded at 17 minutes, chat. Garvin moves straight in. Bard looking to go deep. Flashes. Does Cassio die here? Ooh, Cassio goes down. Tristana goes down. And this fight is absolutely terrible. I don't know if we're going to be able to make it out. We have the Mercs. Insta-cleanse. Q-slap. He needs a good portal. He needs a good portal. Oh. Portal's back. I don't think this is going to work. Karma should be able to Q in. Karma flash. And Graves will pick up the bounty onto the Bard. A little bit of an overextension there in the mid lane, and enemy team back online. I wouldn't risk going late. I'd say the Bard top is good, but late game, you still have two supports. You have Bard and Nautilus, so your damage and your front line will kind of fall off a bit. You have good objective control in the mid game, good picks. And you'll be able to open games up at 5 minutes if your coin flips work early, but... yeah, bit of a disgusting pick. Total gold. We're moving our way up. We're still behind. I don't think we're really going to ideally get over this edge in total gold. 100 in CS is too much farm. I don't even know how much extra gold that is, but it's quite a lot. It's a considerable amount. We're going to set up for the objectives. Get the wards out. And having two players on your team with support item getting vision is very underrated. Vision in League is broken as hell. We know this. Even back in the day, jungles used to buy sight stones, if you couldn't remember. There was support with a sight stone, and then jungle would buy sight stone as well. Hit the R, find the Graves, gonna slap him, get the stun. Tristan, I'm just gonna weave those orders in, make it easy. Bard tanking. Providing as much utility as he can. And they should be able to set up the dragon for themselves. It's not that hard of a champ, dude. You E people in, you heal, you slap with Qs, you W. You're just an all-round great guy. Like sometimes as we hit the Randuins, you can get on top of people, slow them, reduce incoming damage, you can see. Like Rise ult essentially sometimes doesn't even get you that much distance. And that's an ult. Rise ult is so stupid. Or champion. Bard has it on an E, and it's honestly better. Clear out some vision. They can easily do a Baron Rush if needed. As we are 18 out of 23 kill participation here. 84.3%. Graves shuts down the Triss. Bard finds the Graves. Graves has the Maw. It's properly activated its shield. Rest in peace, top esports. Karma actually find the Bard finds a Karma, but this fight looks really bad. And I think they're all going to go down and potentially... oh no. They kill Cassio as well. Oh god. They want to kill Cassio and then look for the Baron. They're not going to get it though, and that's fine. That's fine. Bard changes his summoner spell to Smite as well, if you didn't see. The guy's ready for a Baron contest. As we start making our way towards some magic resist, get that Negatron cloak. Force of Nature, I've usually seen him grab next. And what do you reckon? Do you think Bard in top is better than Bard sup or not? I think Bard sup is broke. I think it's better than top. I think top lane is cheese. I think you can definitely climb with a strategy such as this. Even switch it out for a couple other roaming type top lane champs. I know Dangerous Boy Addy used to do this type of style on things like the Galio. He even invented the Shyvana top. The Rakan top. Remember if you Dangerous Boy Addy was doing that in Korean Challenger? This guy's essentially done it, but just on Bard. And it might be the best use case scenario out of all of them, in my opinion. As it's dead even gold. Cassio 3 items, Tristana 4 items. This is when you want to pull the trigger. You don't want to let the game stall any longer. He's splitting up the enemy team. It's really good when you tank Bard. Sometimes they just think they can kill you. They use all their abilities and you'll survive. You're surprisingly tanky with this type of setup. 200 armor, 140 magic resist. Armor. Armor might actually force a flash. Set up the portal. Dragon coming up. There's some spams over into the river. Bard. Ultimate. It lands. Q. Portal going in. He wants everybody through. We've gotten everything. Free Nash here. I think that's even a Victor TP bot he's given up. And really good team play here by blue side. You can see how annoying the Bard is in these team fights. Just slap, get that stun, Imperial Mandate, ultimate for defense or attack. You have to know when to use the Bard ultimate aggressively or defensively. You can easily troll your entire team with it. Like it's not an ability for casuals. Let's just say that, because I've been trolled by enough goddamn bards in my time. We got Ghost here sweeping through. We find the Karma. There she is, waiting for the team to come through. Hey, Karma. And Bard is so damn massive here too. All the upgrade sub item. Just passing through. Ultimate. It hits, of course. It's beautiful cleanse by Trist. Cassio will be able to clean up the graves. Portal. It's such a broken ability. The utility on this. Free Mountain Dragon. Tristana's too big, gentlemen. And they don't even want it. They want straight bot lane inhib into the Drake. It's probably the better play.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
And I wouldn't be surprised if he portals them through into the mid lane. Yep. Okay, that was it. Come on, buddy. We could have made it the whole way. Go again? We could have went the whole way, man. It's fine. Maybe you can't go the whole way anymore because of that, the what do you call it? The Hex Gates. I literally forgot they introduced that. What do you think about the gates they put into the base? I reckon it's an unspoken change, but it's actually sick if I think about it. It makes so much sense. It lets you decide on the path out. I can't even remember what it was like without it. Crazy. Small changes that you just forget about that have been happening to the game. Total gold coming across. Bard at 9.4k. He's doing well. He's doing well with his 150 CS deficit. It doesn't really matter when you have a full build Tristana. He's even on levels now as well, like I said. When he has this free roam in the mid to late game, he's just everywhere. Careful, face check. What's the game plan? Slap down the top lane. The one thing to playing on EU, Korea, and NA this year, like the one thing EU has, Korea has better mechanics, but EU High Elo has much better macro. They know how to play macro and they'll play towards win cons. Korea, a lot of the time, won't play towards win cons. They'll just play towards fights. Even when a team's optimal strategy is not to fight, they will still fight. It's very bizarre, but you can see why they have better mechanics. And then when it comes down to pro play, because they have coaches and whatnot, they play the macro, plus they have the better mechanics and lanes. The biggest difference between Korea and all, like even Korea and China are so much better mechanically than all the other regions, and that's the difference. At Worlds this year, honestly, the gap is so large. They just win all their lanes. And they also, like, macro is macro, but like if you win your lanes, macro is not that hard because you have the advantages to press it, you know? They've opened up the base here. Gets the Force of Nature, 5% movement speed, 70 Magicus, 350 health. Pretty juiced up item. It's an elixir of iron as well. That's 4 penguins, Pog. We have 230 armor, 175 magic resist, 2.7k health. We're going to TP into the base. Tristana should not have died there. And that is just going to delay the game. They're going to look for the 4v4. Bard ultimate, land some of the graves. Cassio trying to shred the Sedge. Should be able to. She has that void stuff. And look how... Look how annoying the Bard is in these fights too. And let me know in the comments down below if you think this strategy is troll or do you think it's actually legitimate for climbing. This guy, he seems pretty switched on how to play Bard. He doesn't necessarily play the top lane. Just in his head, top lane is not that important of a role. So if you're able to act as a second support, it's more valuable. It's not really innovating that much new after we saw the supports in the top lane this season. Tristana sold the boots. She's joining the Cassio. As my legless friend, I feel sorry. I will also be legless with no boots. As a rapid fire cannon, I think. Come. That's a deep bottle. Don't think it landed. Did not. As they're stuck up into the Jarvan. There you go. Tristana cleaning house now. Weaving those autos. Level 18. And that's everybody dead except for Sejuani. Top gap, baby! And this is the Bard top, guys. It's an annoying strategy to deal with. I think it is legit. TLDR, level 1 coin flip. Piss around enemy jungle and annoy them. Try and get your carries ahead. Buy sup item. Play objectives. Win the game. Also make sure to mute the chat because you're going to get flamed in the early game. And if a couple of your roams don't work out, they're going to inch you. But until next time, guys, good luck in your games. 80% kill participation. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.